Hey, welcome back to another video here on Duel Links Central. My name is D-Free, and we're going to go ahead and duel against the Arkana level 40 event. So hope you guys enjoy it. Subscribe if you're new. I went ahead and threw together a deck. I'm going to show you guys a deck, but really quick, we're going to look at the victory rewards. Some of them are older rewards. If you look at your cards, some of them were previously obtainable. So there's 5 new ones basically, and they are the red Dark Magician art. So I want to get 3 of these. That'd be really cool to be able to run like a play set of these in a Dark Magician deck. They have Dark Eradicator Warlock. We have Anti-Magic Arrows, which could be really good. He's actually pretty solid as well. I think he's from like a really old TCG structure deck. Maniacal Servant and Witch Doctor of Chaos. You guys can go ahead and log into your game to really look at what they do there. But this is the deck that I went ahead and built up. I built it just now. It's using Elements Unite. There are other methods that, based on what I've seen, because I've built them once, I'm pretty sure that methods like Unhappy Girl Piranha work, Labyrinth Builder would work. It's just there's a couple cards in this deck you have to be a little bit concerned about. So let me go back to my deck list really quick before we do the duel, and I'll explain kind of why I brought some of the things I did really quick. Forgive me if I like make a misplay or two. It's literally like 2 a.m. So I ran 3 Thunder Dragons for the fusion, Gravekeeper Vassal. We have the Crystal Seers for the draw power, Shard of Greed for the draw power. We have Union Attack because it's part of our combo with the Gravekeeper, Polymerization for the fusion, for the Thunder Dragon. Secret Pass is part of the combo. Magic Jammer is in here for a couple of the spells that he actually runs, like Bound Wand is one of them. So you can do that. And on top of that, it's a prismatic. So if I do trigger it, fine. If I don't, whatever. But if I do, I get the bonus. And which, by the way, you can now get glossy and prismatic cards from the card trader. So that's cool. Dimension Gate is to protect the Gate Guardian because he does have Dark Renewal. Wild Tornado is there in case he happens to use something like Dark Magic Attack. It'll allow you to destroy his Dark Magician immediately. Things like that. Which also the Magic Jammers for things like Thousand Knives and Dark Magic Attack. And this can also be used to get rid of your Dimension Gate. If it proves to be an issue, I was actually running 2 Dimension Gates initially. If it proves to be an issue, you know, if you need the back row space, you know, that's what that's for. And of course, we have the Jars of Greeds, and I'm using Spell Reclamation to basically act as a proxy second Union attack. And Interdimensional Matter Transporter is basically a second Dimension Gate. I have 2, but I wanted to see if that one worked any differently. So haven't really had a chance to really test it out a whole lot of times. The event just dropped, so we'll see what happens. Hope you guys enjoy it. Subscribe if you're new. Let's get into a duel. And like I said, Labyrinth Builder works, Unhappy Girl works. It's just, you know, the Gravekeeper works. You just need to have a way to run over his monsters, really. From what I saw my first time dueling him, he has a bunch of monsters, 3 Fiends, Jesters, 3 Double Costins, I think, 3 Dark Magicians. His whole deck is predicated on playing those monsters and getting Dark Magician out. He doesn't really have much in the way of being able to stop Gate Guardian. And he also doesn't run, at least at level 40. I haven't seen level 30 yet, but at least at level 40, he doesn't have a way to inflict life point damage. Because, you know, that's something that they started doing. Like, I think Joey level 30 had Dragon's Gunfire. And then Mokuba's level 30 had the Old Vindictive Magician. They have started doing that, so he probably does at level 30. And they do that because Gate Guardian. Like, this deck is the exact reason why they do that, because you're going to instantly lose if they incorporate something like that. So luckily, he doesn't have that. Which I think even Bakura had something like that. So this, being able to use Elements Unite is such a good tool for farm decks. But it stopped being as good because all these guys started popping out with the ability to inflict life point damage. Alright, so we drew into the Vassal and Jar of Greed, or Vassal, whatever. Tomato, tomato. I'm going to drop this Thunder Dragon to farm out 2 more, or fish out 2 more. Mill the deck a little bit. Alright, and we're going to attack into the face down. It's probably either going to be another Tomato or a Legion the Fiend Jester, or even Double Costin. Double Costin, okay. If you let him, he'll actually use these monsters, especially those Double Costins. So you want to get rid of the Double Costins, possibly. You know, the tomatoes aren't that big of a deal. You really want to get rid of the Costin, because he will literally sit there and bring out his Dark Magician. Now, once again, Dark Magician doesn't have a way to deal with Gate Guardian, but what it can do is if he does have the card, he can Thousand Knives. And then Thousand Knives can get rid of your Guardian. So There's that. And there's like a card in this deck called like Bound Wand, I think. It allows Dark Magician to get to about 3,200 attack, which is nothing really to snuff at. That's actually a lot of attack, so keep that in mind as well. I don't want to overplay, but I can flip Crystal Seer, get the draw, tribute it out, and that'll actually give me a couple extra points from Thunder Dragon, and then run over both of his monsters this turn with my Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon fusion card and Gate Guardian. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to overplay. We'll just wait, and I'm going to run over the Gate Guardians. I mean, the double costings with the Gate Guardians there, because he continually keeps playing them. So, all right, I have that, which is great. Drawing into my combo pieces. Okay, so there's actually a compelling case for me to do what okay, so I ran over all 3 of the double costings. So he now can't basically get that Dark Magician out in 1 turn. Or, you know, in 2 turns. There's actually a compelling case, though, for me to do the tribute that I was just talking about a moment ago. I will, because I do have the Dimension Gate. Okay. And I'm going to pick up the Transporter if I can. Yes, I can. Okay. In case I need it. I also don't think that you get points for glossy cards unless they're actually flipped. So, like, she was just glossy. Okay, so this goes out to my fusion. This should be definitely at 8,000 farm. And part of the reason why I did that, too, is because I'll be able to run over both of his monsters, because when I do this, he'll pop another tomato out. Yep, he did. And I can run over that without, like, inflicting a crazy amount of damage. But one thing to be concerned about is you want to make sure that you're ahead of him. You have to have the draw power, because his deck it has a lot of search power between the Jesters and the Tomatoes. So you want to make sure that you have the draw power. Now, Jester is actually not an issue. It's not the double cost, and he has no way to turn Jester into Dark Magician because he doesn't run a single tribute monster. But what he can do is if he plays another monster, he could then tribute both of them. So Jester individually isn't an issue. But if he has another monster or he has Dark Magician, then it can become an issue because it can act as a double tribute in 1 turn. So I'm going to run it over. He'll be able to fish out another Dark Magician or not. He actually has all 3 Dark Magicians in his hand. Pretty sure he runs 3 Dark Magicians. All right, so this is going to be a successful farm, definitely. So next turn, I'll use my shards. Okay. And I'm going to set Spell Reclamation here because I will want to get back my Union attack. I don't need half of the hand I have. Don't need half of the hand I have, ladies and gentlemen. I'm that good. No, just being silly. Okay, he's about to end his turn because, like I said, if you run over his monsters consistently, he just simply has no way to combat that. I'm going to summon the Gravekeeper, and you would ordinarily... What does he have face down? I don't think he has anything that can actually stop this. You would ordinarily, you know, basically play this as part of the combo for the Gravekeeper, but I'm going to do it anyway to get that additional glossy bonus, even though I don't need it because he has no monsters out there. And then I'm going to play the Union. I'm thinking, like, does he have something I'm not thinking about? I think Dark Renewal requires him to have a monster himself. We'll find out. So since I use Union attack, I will use Spell Reclamation. We are going to ditch that. Like I said, it's basically a proxy secondary Union attack because it gives it right back, and I will get double the buffs, and that'll allow me to be over 9999 damage. Okay. And we're going to go direct, and that is game. I love that face, man. Let's see if we get anything good, though. Let's see if we get any good card drops. There's the 999 like I talked about. This may not be 8. Is it? Oh, really? 100 shy. 100 shy. Had I played like my Prismatic or whatever, it would have been easier. Now, this deck could be better if you go ahead and pick up like more glossy / prismatic cards from the card trader, right? go ahead and upgrade some of your cards from the card trader, and the deck will be better, more consistent that way. But once again, a lot of decks work. Basically, you just need to make sure that you can run over his monsters. So that's pretty much it as far as this goes. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, punch the subscribe button, leave a like as well. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.